It's just being earnest. Right here, right now.
Yeah! Ring the alarm! Wake that ass up, boy!
We're back.
Oh, girl.
We're back.
We back. Fully at it. Back in action. It's cold. It is supposed to not be cold.
It's mid-February. Yeah.
In California, and it's cold. I mean, to us, y'all probably say we whining.
Yeah.
But it's about 48, 47 degrees outside.
Is that sounds like an exaggeration.
No, I think it's about 47 degrees outside. Damn. It's cold, man.
Damn, it is cold, man.
You know? I know that's probably a joke to some people. They're probably out there laughing. But we back, man. Back in action. We couldn't stay away because of all the crazy stuff been happening.
Man, you telling me.
It's wild, man. You got the boy from Empire over here jawsing.
Jesus.
Colin Kaepernick has secured the bag.
Oh, yeah, that too.
I'd like to talk about Colin Kaepernick for a minute here.
The man that's been that was blacklisted from the NFL.
Colin Kaepernick was blackballed from the NFL, and nobody believed it. And everybody was like, "Oh no, he's just not good. He's just not good." And he had a bad season, but he still had a very high quarterback rating. He had a bad season because the team was trash. He was throwing to UPS drivers and things like that. I bet nobody can even name anybody from that 49ers team that he was on.
Nor do they want to.
Right, but they can't. And they try to say he was trash. No, he wasn't trash. He's a very good quarterback. He took y'all to the Super Bowl.
Right.
Ain't nobody did that since Steve Young. You know, you want to talk about, Jim Druckenmiller and Tim Rattay and all these bullshit quarterbacks 49ers didn't have. There'll be all these bullshit ass bums getting signed, and Colin Kaepernick ain't getting signed, and he's done what he's done in the league.
Did he not get them within a throw of winning a Super Bowl?
And then within another throw of getting to another one.
Yeah.
You know, and then 2 years later, you know, he's out of the league. You know, that's he got blackballed. We called it, right? Yeah. And there might be people listening to this right now. It's like, oh no, he just sucked. He wouldn't get blackballed, but he filed a collusion case against the NFL. He was suing them because they said he colluded to keep him blackballed from the league.
Yeah, which I'm sure that most people who you know are on the side that you just described, where it's like, oh, it's about the numbers, you know,
right?
It's like, oh, this is going to be an open and shut case.
Yeah, they got the NFL, got the lawyers, all that.
Yeah,
right.
Yeah.
Colin Kaepernick. So they said he had no chance. The NFL, you know, and the judge said he had a chance, so it was going to go to trial. It was going to go to trial, and now the NFL don't want to go to trial, and they settled out of court. They say between 60 and 80 million, but they don't, you know, but they're not disclosing the amount. It could be more.
60 to 80 million.
And it could be more. And
God damn.
And my man Colin Kaepernick secured the bag. People can say, oh, he sold out. Well, no, how could he sell out? He was suing them, and they got the money. When you sue people, you sue them for money. What are you supposed to be suing them for?
Yeah, think of all the money that he's lost out from not being a freaking starter NFL quarterback.
Yeah, he was on. Well, he was. Yeah, he was. You know, he was on a what, $50-60 million contract. Yeah, and you know, he opted out of the last year of that. Yeah, you know, did his philanthropy.
Spent his time doing very noble acts.
Right.
You know,
spent his time doing very noble acts. Shout out to you on that. The Bell is a new addition. You see it on the show with Lenny. And he did all of that. He put in all the work. And secured the bag at the end.
Yeah, came out victorious.
You can't put no negative spin on this.
Okay, so let's break this down really quick. This man took on the Ernest freezing over here. This man took on the NFL, probably the country's biggest moneymaker, maybe besides baseball, because there's so many games.
No, NFL is definitely the one.
Is it? Okay. Biggest moneymaker in sports in the country, took on the NFL, and I don't care what price you want to throw out there to me. The fact that he won is proof in the pudding.
Yep, that they had to settle. They had to settle.
That we were right about this all along.
Yep.
We described to you that, like, all these other garbage-ass quarterbacks that are still in the league and kept staying in the league after he was gone, hiring on, like, why would you not want to, like, try out Colin Kaepernick for your team? Any team of the 32 teams, whether it be a backup or a starter, doesn't matter. His results don't lie, and his numbers don't lie. Disregarding, the bad season that he had, any team should have wanted him on their team.
Right, after all the Mark Sanchez started a game in the NFL this year.
Mr. Butt Fumble.
Yeah, Josh Johnson started a game in the NFL this year.
Yes.
Josh Johnson, who hadn't thrown a pass since 2011.
2011 versus a man that
Alex Smith went down. Who better to replace Alex Smith than Colin Kaepernick?
Right. Colin Kaepernick, a man that defeated Aaron Rodgers and his Green Bay Packers in the playoffs and got to a Super Bowl.
And they signed Josh Johnson and Mark Sanchez.
Yes. So we always knew that something was up. Something was a tad askew.
A tad askew. Shout out to you for the linguistic exuberance.
So the fact that he won is proof that we were right all along.
Yeah, man. So, suck it from the back. Colin Kaepernick, man.
Colin Kaepernick
out here with the big afro looking like Gonzo from the Muppets. Shout out Colin Kaepernick.
His eyes are just too close together.
I don't care, man. He looks crazy. He looked like Pedro Martinez's little friend.
Oh no. You're not gonna do Colin Kaepernick like that.
I love Colin Kaepernick. I've been caping for him the whole time.
He loves him. Oh, okay.
Not like that.
Pause.
Good brother, man.
Oh, word.
It's a good brother. Anyway, young man from Empire, Jussie Smollett. His name is it sounds like Jesse, but it's actually spelled Jussie.
Oh, I thought you were gonna say Jesse.
No, Jussie.
Oh, okay.
Jussie. Jussie. Sound like a slave. Oh, Jussie.
Oh no.
Oh no, Jussie.
Oh no.
Go get that water, Jussie. Said he was attacked, man. Said he was attacked. Said he was attacked in Chicago.
Oh man, for
Jussie was attacked in Chicago by MAGA hat wearing people saying this is MAGA country, put a noose around his neck and doused him with bleach.
Okay, we need to provide backstory with this.
I'm just telling you what happened. What he said happened.
Okay, so who is Jussie? Who is
Jussie Smollett?
Okay,
is from Empire. He's a show called Empire.
Okay.
A musical show, and he's a homosexual.
Okay.
He's a homosexual black man.
Yeah. And
he's very outspoken about his homosexuality. He's even a homosexual on the show.
Okay.
A pillow biter.
Okay. Go on.
And so that's who Jussie Smollett is. And he's a child actor. I believe he was in the Mighty Ducks. Go ahead.
Well, this man, who Ern just described to you, said that he was assaulted in Chicago. Chicago.
And this is when they're having the what do they call it? The cold,
the blizzard.
They call it like a cold vortex or something.
Something crazy over there. Yeah. Yeah, it's freezing. It's like crazy.
It was negative 21 degrees that day.
Goodness gracious.
Negative 21.
Yeah.
Nobody's outside.
Yeah. We're crying in here and it's like 45 degrees.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay, so this man said that he was assaulted by two white males wearing MAGA hats.
He said they were masked males. Masked.
So masked. So they were.
He said they were.
Hold on.
So they had out there wearing masks.
Hold on. Wait. So they had masks on.
Yeah, masks on.
So they had masks on.
Mask off.
And then the
Molly Percocets.
and then the MAGA hats over the masks.
Yeah.
Is that what he's describing?
Absolutely.
Okay.
They said, well, he didn't actually say they was wearing MAGA hats. He said they said this is MAGA country.
Okay.
This is MAGA country.
MAGA country in Chicago in a negative 20-degree blizzard. Okay,
Yes,
so
yes.
And they
put a noose around his neck.
They said, "Aren't you that gay dude from Empire?"
Aren't you that gay nigger from Empire?
And okay, so that, and then he described the assault in which they beat him and then they doused him with bleach.
Yes.
Which I guess they were carrying bleach on them.
Yeah. He had a little scratch right here. I seen the picture. You see the picture? He had a little scratch.
I didn't, but I read the article. And then he came into the police station wearing a noose that they allegedly put on him to prove a point that they were not okay with his kind, both sexually and racially. So how can I put this? The story seems as horrific as it sounds, seems a little outrageous. For the fact that it was in negative 20-degree Chicago with two dudes screaming MAGA country, carrying bleach and a noose on them.
Yes.
Found him, I don't know, roaming around wherever, I guess.
And some people, and some MAGA country people will say, "Hey, ain't you that faggot from Empire?"
Right.
In Chicago.
Yeah, this is not Mississippi. This is not Texas.
Ain't nobody watching Empire like that.
Yeah, so, yeah.
So many people watching this show right now probably don't even know who we talking about.
Can you imagine two white males screaming MAGA country who are, the biggest fans of Empire? Like, man, I love Terrence Howard, but I don't like your ass on that show.
And then they arrested some big brolic Nigerian dudes.
Oh, yeah, so those were the suspects that they arrested for his assault.
Yeah.
Now, it turns out he was jawsing to a high degree.
Jawsing.
and he had all these people backing him, and it was just like, this was just factually untrue what happened to him. But I'm sure that he was assaulted. That I'm sure of.
I think it was some kind of lover's quarrel.
Okay, so now we have ideas of what really happened.
Some type of lover's quarrel. He didn't want his domestic partner to go to jail for stomping his ears together. So he, had to come up with some story allegedly.
Yes.
He's in a lot of trouble, man.
He is in a shit ton of trouble.
Yeah.
Probably, I don't know, what do you get for filing a false police report?
I don't know, man.
I don't know.
2 years? I don't know.
Shout out to Ern for bringing me this great brew today.
Stout.
It's a Lagunitas stout that
he said Lagunitas good. Lagunitas.
Lagunitas is kind of like the Coca-Cola of beers. Everybody likes them. You can't really go wrong. This said it was brewed in Petaluma. It's like some kind of wine or something. It's very expensive and a very great gift. Thank you.
Don't be drunk, man. You gotta take me home.
Man, this is a fun show, okay?
Yeah, it is a fun show. Jussie Smollett out there acting wild.
Wild, way wild.
Wild for the night. Young pillow biter out there trying to cause up a stir.
I saw him interviewed on ABC
with Robin Roberts.
Yeah, on the news. He was interviewed.
Good Morning America.
Good Morning America. He was interviewed about this, and he accepted it and spouted all this shit.
It sounded whack then too.
Shout out to Ern with the bell. This is taking a level that I just don't know why it needed to go to.
Hey, man,
you just say you were assaulted. Just say you were assaulted. I don't understand
why did you put a noose around your neck?
Yeah, that's an extreme length to go.
Who has nooses?
To shit on.
Who has nooses?
Yeah.
Who has those?
In Chicago. In negative 20-degree weather.
Walking around hunting gay people.
Yeah, some kind of gay hunters or something like that.
Find them in the cops are telling everybody to stay in the house, even the cops staying in the station.
Yeah. This is wild to me.
Yeah, man. You just he out there telling fibs. Out there cruising on the late night.
Cruising on the late night, you say?
Allegedly cruising on the late night.
Okay.
Allegedly cruising on the late night, looking for some young man.
Oh.
You know what I mean? And it was a dick suck gone wrong. I mean, shout out to Ern for the hate. But that's
your assessment.
That's my hypothesis. It was just a dick suck gone bad.
I have no hypothesis. I don't know why it was taken this far.
I don't know why it was taken this far either, but I think that something happened he was embarrassed about, and he started acting wild.
Word.
It put hella theater on it.
Yeah.
I'm gonna put a noose around. You have a noose? That noose we saw at the studio set.
God. Jesus.
You know?
Yeah.
Bullshit going on. When we come back, we're gonna talk about the president. We're in a national emergency right now. I'm in California. Do I need to be scared of a Mexican coming through and raping me? We'll be right back. There's a national emergency at the border.
Is there?
I don't think so, man. President Trump couldn't get what he wanted in Congress. He couldn't get it passed in Congress. So he instead did something which I think is illegal. Is what Obama did for the DACA was, cut corners because Obama cut corners with DACA because he couldn't get it passed through the Senate. And that's what Trump is doing with this wall.
So, hold on. So, Trump actually declared a state of national emergency?
Right.
In order to get the wall done.
To get the funding for the wall.
Funding for the wall.
And that would, take from things like military housing and things like that. Things for emergency. Right?
Is that legal? I guess.
No, it's not. And he'll get, it's not going to happen immediately. Of course, Congress will sue, and that'll go on for a bit. And he there. And what's crazy is all the Republicans backing it, right? All the Republicans like, yeah, that's what he had to do. They would not negotiate. All the stuff that they got on Obama about, they're backing Trump for doing the same shit.
That's how it goes. I've seen this many a time, especially with Mitch McConnell, saying one thing back when Obama was president. And
I mean, if everybody voted their conscience, you wouldn't have to vote Democrat or Republican. If everybody just voted their conscience, instead of trying to vote for a winner,
right?
That's all they're trying to do is vote for the winner.
Yeah,
and it's just silly, man. It's silly. All these Trump cult people. This shit is weird to me. This shit is very weird. Anything he does, I love him. Like, they be saying shit like that. He's the best president ever. People say that.
So apparently we're in a state of national emergency.
National emergency. Right now. And they already agreed to give this man, $1.3 billion for the wall. $1.3 billion with a B.
A lot.
For a border wall, you could use that money for way better things at the border than a border wall.
For an architecture that's, like he's funding shit that's archaic, where it's just like, why not just fund it on technology detect when somebody's crossing the border, I guess.
Yeah,
it's like
technology and more people to pay.
$1 billion.
Create some jobs.
It's like he's trying to, like, he looks at the Great Wall of China and just looks like, I want that.
Right. Right. It's pretty childish to me. It's wild that it's a national emergency. People in Flint, Michigan got dirty water. They got gray water in Flint, Michigan. People got sores and scabs from what they got to bathe in.
Yeah.
That's not a national emergency. You know how much it would cost to fix their water?
Not a fucking $1 billion.
$167 million.
Okay.
National emergency. Why Congress don't want to pass that? Democrats don't want to pass that. Republicans don't want to pass that. They don't want to help Flint, Michigan. They would rather fight over this.
They don't want to build bridges. They want to build walls.
That's what some people want. I mean, they all want the wall. They all want a wall. The Democrats want the wall too. They just don't want to give it to Trump. They just fighting. They just doing infighting. They already voted for that shit.
Well, the Democrats want border security.
Yeah, they tried to give him 23 billion for it, and he turned it down and shut down the government.
Border security doesn't necessarily mean
23. He would have been able to make that wall with 23 billion.
Yeah,
but he turned it down and shut down the government because he wanted more.
Yeah, no, I feel you. Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? They were giving it to him.
They were, yeah, and he wanted more. But that money could be better spent.
It could be better spent, man.
Shit.
$23 billion, man. Flint, Michigan, $167 million, and they won't give him a dime.
Yeah, sauced. Where's that?
Daniel Oda on that Brett Stout. That's what it's called, right? Brett Stout.
No, yes.
Trump out there wilding.
Wilding on the microphone.
Man, he wilding on the microphone. Shutting down reporters left and right.
Yeah, man.
He don't want to hear about no facts. He don't want to hear about no facts. And his supporters don't want to hear about no facts.
I think Trump is going to have one of the, like aneurysms on the microphone, like live. Like he's just going to
they be having
break
down. Him and all his supporters, they be having the whataboutisms all day.
Yeah.
What about Hillary?
Yeah.
When once Roger Stone got arrested. Well, why aren't you going to arrest Hillary?
What about the emails?
Yeah, what about the emails? What about Obama? It's like, what about what you dude just did?
Yeah, deflection. That's what it is.
I mean, Trump he deflects in a major way, but he just gives himself up. He gives his hand. It's like, what's really going to fuck him up when it comes to the court case in this national emergency? Mm-hmm. Is that on national TV, he buried himself by saying, I didn't want to have to do it, but this is what I'm going to do. I didn't want to do it. I didn't really have to do this, but this is what I'm going to do. He said that.
He also said that he was very proud of his decision to shut down the government because he thought it was a noble cause that he was doing. And he said that people in the military, I'm sure very much feel where I'm coming from. And say that they, I know that they support me in what I did for the greater good. And
I did ask some people from the Coast Guard. Remember that?
Yes.
I spoke with some gentlemen from the Coast Guard.
We both did.
Yeah.
We both did.
Yeah. And I asked them point blank. I said, "Hey, man, the president say you guys really appreciate what he's doing, and
I literally spoke from somebody who was from Texas.
Yeah.
That was out here in the Bay, and he said that the funny thing is this shutdown isn't going to pay my bills.
Right. That shutdown ain't gonna pay my bills.
No, it won't.
Nope. So
fuck him. Fuck Trump.
I mean, you can say that, but he's gonna win again.
No, he's not.
2020.
No way.
Who gonna beat him?
Whoever arises from this God. This lava pit of DNC. I don't know. There's no way that he can win again. I'm calling it right now. There's no way that he can win again.
We're gonna play this back.
We're gonna have to save this clip. There's no way that Trump could ever win again.
That's not true. That is not true.
We're gonna have to archive this footage.
Yeah, because I got him winning again. I'm not gonna vote for the man, but I vote third party.
That's you. I know you vote third party in your Ralph Nader self, but
well, I mean, I don't vote for Nader, but I vote third party. I voted for Ron Paul, and I voted for Gary Johnson.
Gary Johnson.
Yeah, man, climb Mount Everest.
I'm sure that's a great feat. But
Yeah,
why?
man. He's white. You could do stuff like that. Climb Mount Everest for no
Just
reason.
feels the need to do stuff like that.
I'm gonna go climb Mount Kilimanjaro today. Damn near kill myself doing it. But you know, it's a wacky time we're living in. If it's not a better time to try to find you a third party candidate instead of trying to vote for whoever you think is gonna win, especially if you're in California. If you're in California, you already know who's gonna win this state. It's gonna be the Democratic candidate.
Whoever it is.
Doesn't matter how you vote.
But the greater picture, it's, the Electoral College, which is an outdated system, but we're going to roll with it.
I mean, it's how they've been doing it. And unless Kamala Harris is out there stomping in New Hampshire and Iowa right now, Cory Booker ain't out there. He ain't even got no wife. He ain't got no wife. He ain't got no women that's like, ooh, Cory Booker. Like, you at least, if you ain't gonna have no wife up there, you at least gotta look like some type of dude with some swag.
That's not what I'm worried about with Cory Booker.
You're worried about, ooh, no, child.
No, I'm not worried about that. I'm worried about the fucking money that he was given in charge of that just went missing.
Shit that disappeared.
The money that went missing.
Cory Booker's not a good candidate.
Cory Booker's not the one. But
Kamala Harris is the best candidate you got running, and she's like Black Hillary Clinton.
Man, don't do her like that, man.
Come on, man.
Don't do Kamala Harris like that.
Why?
Does she really deserve that?
Deserve what?
To be called a Black Hillary Clinton?
That's what she reminds me of.
Damn.
I'm not trying to clown her. I'm just saying that's what she reminds me of, and I'm not a Hillary Clinton type of person either.
Neither am I.
And
I'm more of a Bernie Sanders kind of guy.
Oh, shit. Give it all away for free. That should be free. Who's going to pay for that, Bernie? The people of America.
Yeah, but you got to do like the Larry David voice.
I don't know how to do that shit.
People of America.
Yeah. Bernie Sanders want to give you everything for free. He's too old to be a president. He's too old to run for president. He could check out any day.
So could Trump.
Trump, he got something going on in there. Trump is gone. He's Trump on it, man. He be tweeting at like 3 o'clock in the morning. You look at this shit, his shit say 2:30 a.m. Like, man, Trump on blow, allegedly. Allegedly.
Trump has cocaine tendencies.
Allegedly.
Allegedly.
He's got good rock, allegedly.
Good dealer.
The best. The best.
The best. Best lines. Best coke.
Most exquisite lines you ever seen.
Him and Cohen got the same dealer.
Allegedly.
For real.
It's the president of the United States we're talking about.
Yeah.
He's a laughing stock. He's very animated.
He's fucking crazy. Let's just call it as it is, man.
Speaking of Mount Everest, I know, man. I love the guy though. Speaking of Mount Everest, yeah, man, he's funny.
You just like white politicians that are loose.
He's funny, dude. He's funny. He said.
Do you hear this?
He's not funny. He said his border wall, because we spoke about Mount Everest earlier, and yesterday he said his border wall is gonna be harder to climb than Mount Everest.
Oh my god,
that's funny. I hope he was joking, but he wasn't, because he don't really know. Because he don't know, and that's funny to me. He's like some type of senile old dude. Sometimes he starts slurring. He can't even talk. And I've seen this happen more than 3 times. Right.
Again, I go back to the Propecia. The Propecia has sent him into some sort of senility.
Allegedly.
Yeah.
We don't know that. We're just speculating that the president of the United States is into all types of wild shit.
He is, though. And so is Melania.
Well, we'll find out when he's out of office. in 2024. Yeah, 2024.
Jesus. What? Hold on. 2024.
That's when Trump's out.
What year did he get elected?
2016.
No, you're assuming that he's gonna get reelected.
Yeah, I told you that earlier.
Blood, you for real about this?
Yeah, I told you.
You're for real.
I'm dead. I'm dead. As the New Yorkers say, I'm dead ass.
You dead ass about this?
Yeah.
It's brick ass cold in this fucking studio.
It is cold.
And you're telling me that he's gonna get reelected and you're for real, for real.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm not gonna hope. What are you just gonna hope that he doesn't get reelected? He's getting reelected.
Yes. That's what I'm hoping.
Motherfuckers in middle America, they call it middle America when they're really just talking about white people. And, they love Trump. Why are you laughing? Because it's true.
Stop! No more bell today.
It's true. You know that. You know it's true. Middle America.
Jesus Christ.
Becky Ann and them. Yep.
All right.
You all right, man?
Yeah.
I'm ready to get out of here.
All right. Well, before we get out, me and Ern cut a really great love song for you all.
Man, we cut a cold ass R&B record.
Yeah. We'd love for you to hear it. It's on our channel right now. It's called How You Know You Love Her.
How You Know You Love Her. It's on YouTube, SoundCloud.
SoundCloud as well for free download. You know, it's deep.
It's deep. It's profound. If you've been in love for a long amount of time and you're married or you've been with your lover for years, you could relate.
All credit to Ern for this great idea and all the lyrics. Very proud of what we did.
It was beautiful. Daniel Oda on the harmonizing and the music.
Yes, sir.
And we out of here. Just being Earnest. And we back, baby.